Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
The Honourable
Mr. Chair.
Damien O'Connor, 20
Thank
years
you
in
very much.
Parliament. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate that. And I thank you for the opportunity. It is 20 years to today that I entered Parliament, and I'm privileged to be given the opportunity, I guess, to say a few words. Can I say that I rise to speak against a couple of the amendments put up by the Green Party? And I know that they are well intended, but I will explain, Mr. Chairman, why I do so. The first is that we are a party that has a conscience vote, and I appreciate the opportunity given to each and every one of us by leadership on this issue. And I will choose to use that not to oppose the general position that we oppose this bill, but it's to say that I do not believe that the passage of the supplementary order paper number 385 is the right thing to do, because what it will do in bringing in harm minimisation measures ease the conscience of those people in the National Party who think they can pass this through and then feel a little more comfortable because there are harm minimisation measures. Well, no. Each and every one of us is using our conscience to speak on this on the basis that we want the best outcome. There's an old saying, you know, if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, that does apply to the National Party, because if you don't use your conscience, you've probably already lost it. And what we say is that we will choose to use it for the right intentions in the ways that each and every one of us thinks is appropriate. The other SOP that I will not support, Mr. Chairman, is the one of 382. I guess the idea that the government can step in and dictate what sort of conventions take place, to me is going one step too far. That if the convention centre is going to be built, then all and sundry can come and use it. Once again, it's no good feeling that we're a little bit more sacred, or we've done less to harm the people of New Zealand by having a higher standard or a moral threshold for the kinds of conventions that come in here. And let's face it, if this comes into being, we may have conventions on anything from dentistry to armaments, who knows? And be that on the conscience of those people who have allowed this to occur. Mr. Chairman, if I could go back to a speech earlier in the House about harm caused to individual New Zealanders through unemployment. I accept that, and I think that to be out of a job is a terrible, terrible thing. It does affect the health of individuals. It does affect their outlook, their positive attitude. It affects the well-being of their children. But actually, not so much as someone who is addicted to gambling. And we talk of, or the National Party speaker, Mr. Young, spoke of the terrible things about suicide, about inferior health, and the things that are associated with unemployment. I accept that. I think you are absolutely right. But if you have a look at what happens to the 8,500 children who will be affected by the additional gambling opportunities that this convention centre will offer is the right word, not force on people, we accept that. However, addictive gambling is a disease. And as a former minister, I had evidence before me time and time again that the addictive nature of poker machines is far greater than that of racing because of the cycle time involved in the opportunities that people participate in. So let's not steer away from the reality of the harm that more poker machines brought into Sky City will do to the people of Auckland. So that's why, in coming back, Mr. Chairman, and I thank you once again for the opportunity, coming back to the SOP, I don't think that I should ease my conscience by voting for a harm minimisation measure when, in fact, I believe we shouldn't have the new opportunities for gambling in the first place. So the National Party members who might feel a little easier if this SOP goes through shouldn't be freed from their guilt, shouldn't be freed from the pangs of conscience if they still have one, should understand full well that if they vote for this, Harm will occur to people in Auckland, to children in Auckland, that need not have occurred. And that's why, Mr Chairman...
Call Mark Mitchell. The question is that the question be now put. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party votes called for. Ask the clerk for a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
Members, the ayes are 63, the noes are 56. The question will be put. Now, there are a number of amendments that we'll be dealing with. If someone wishes to have a personal vote, I will consider those personal votes. The processes, if you look at Standing Order 141, the process is that a personal vote may be held following a party vote. If a member requests one and the Speaker considers that the decision on a party vote is so close that a personal vote may make a material difference to the result. As I mentioned during Part 1, the Speaker has agreed that there will be personal votes on some parts of Part 2. Now, so I'll put the votes, the party vote, and if someone requests a personal vote, then I will consider it at the time. There are a number that fall into that category. So the First Amendment is in the name of Materia Ture. This amendment is deleting Clause 6 as set out on SOP number 377. The question is that the amendment be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. Noes have... A personal vote has been called for. We will have a personal vote. Ring the bells. The ayes will go to the right, the noes to the left, abstentions will come to the table. The tellers for the ayes will be... Who's going to the tellers for the ayes, please? Ian Lees-Galloway. The tellers for the noes will be Tim McIndoe. Abstentions will be recorded by the clerk.